Hi, my name is Mika. I'm going to talk about what is the composition of accounting work in corporate sector. I will describe and explain the evidence gathered, describe and explain the key finding, a reflection on what has been learned about accounting department, a reflection on what has been learned about make research. I would like to say thank you to my interviewee to support my presentation. My brother is working at Post Haste Limited, so I asked him, could you please give me the contact number or email address of anyone who works at accounting department in your company? He gave me the email address of Anna. Anna is the manager of accounting department in Post Haste Limited. I emailed her and asked for an interview in her office. The reason I did interviews is the face-to-face interview is the researcher can ask questions directly necessary and clarify, and also can ensure the responses are properly understood by repeating or rephrasing the questions. Non-verb cue. For example, my first language is not English. When I cannot understand some questions, the body language might be helpful to us to understand each other. Also, keep focus. The interviewer is the one that has control over the interview, and keep the interviewee focused and on the track to completion. So the first question I asked to Anna is, what is the purpose of an accounting department within the company? She said to me, the accounting department provides accounting service and financial supports to the company it belongs to. Department records accounting payable and receivable, inventory, payroll, fixed assets, and all other financial elements. The department's accountants review the record of each department to determine the company's financial position and any changes requires to run the company cost effectively. My second question is, what are accounting department's responsibility in detail? Anna said, the accounts payable section of an accounting department records goods and service that it receives and the payment it owns, such as inventory from a supplier or other expenses. The department records each accounts payable as a liability and the account receivable as an asset. Assets such as revenue and customers' obligations pay for goods and service. The payroll function of the accounting department ensures that the company pays employees accurately, include bonus, commissions, and benefits. The department monitors employees' time off, vacation, sick days. It pays government taxes as well as union dues and other withholding from an employee's paycheck. The department reimburses employees for expenses and make payments to vendors. The company's inventory is the goods owned for the purpose of sale. Inventory is usually sold within a year. The accounting department watches the cost of inventory over a specific period against its revenues to ensure that the cost of raw material, labor, and the overhead do not negatively impact cash flow. The accounting department tries to find a balance between high inventory levels and satisfy customers, but costly to the company's low inventory levels and satisfy the company's expense, but might dissatisfy customers. In order to function effectively, the company might need machinery, equipment, vehicles, or other fixed assets it used over several years. The accounting department is responsible for recording fixed assets on balance sheets with depreciation. Fixed assets could be intangible, such as goodwill or trademark, or tangible, such as machinery. As the company needs to upgrade to remain competitive, the financial statements will determine what the business can afford. The third question, How to achieve accountant work. Anna said, to achieve accountant work, you need to have 5 core skills. Communication skills. Accountants are usually in communication with employees or people of all different levels. Consequently, these professionals must consistently write emails and speak with different department heads in gathering expenditure as well as revenue information. For example, accounts payable accountants must speak with marketing manager and director about their expenditures for marketing research and advertising, determine whether they stay within their budget. Accountants must also write reports and presentation for upper management, periodically highlighting the company's financial performance. So they must possess the ability to speak effectively and easily with a diverse set of people. Detail-oriented. Accountants must also be highly detail-oriented. These professionals receive financial receipts and detailed information from various departments or clients. Accountants must then take this incoming information and carefully enter the numbers and data into balance sheets, income statement, or cash flow report without making an error. In small companies, accountants might handle the bookkeeping duty, which requires them to make double entries. For example, a cash receipt must be recorded as a debit under assets and a credit on the capital side of the T account. Ensuring that these numbers are always balanced, being accurate, and pay attention to every detail is required. Aptitude for numbers. An aptitude for numbers is essential to anyone who works in accounting. They work with numbers practically every hours of the day. They must know how to perform simple to more difficult calculations. An accountant who works in accounting department at this company must also know the proper way to round off zeros and designate numbers in report as in thousands or in million to fit the numbers in various separate sheet data table. Analytical skills. Accountants must possess analytical skills. They must constantly work with financial analysts and managers in finding ways to reduce expense or finding ways to efficiently allocate more money for specific functions in a given year. Accountants must also analyze each department's budget, finding the ways to cut least necessarily expenses. Computer skills. Most balance sheets and income statements are automatic. Accountants need to know how to use various accounting software programs and spreadsheet to create those financial statements and keep them up to date. Those working in accounting departments need to be skilled with various database software programs to keep track of customers' expenditures. The first question to Anna: how to solving problems as accountant in accounting department. There are 6 tips help to solve problems. Number 1, correctly identify and analyze problems. Number 2, use the 5 core skills when problem solving and how to improve them. Number 3, how to widen your range of options by exploring analytical and creative processing. Number 4, think of how to minimize your chance of finding a solution by ensuring key stakeholders contribute. Number 5, researching and planning problem-solving exercise effectively. Number 6, think of how to develop and implement solutions to minimize the risk of a problem recurring. Conclusion. What has been learned about accounting departments? The accounting department is very important to company because accounting department provides information relating to current and future economic condition of the company. Moreover, decision-making regarding the present and future projects become easy. Companies use standard accounting practice are better placed as compared to their competitors because knowing their financial position, they are ready to seize an opportunity in market. Also, work at accounting department, you need not only knowing the textbook series and definition, but also need to use them in workplace. Problem solving in accounting is something that financial professionals deal with on a daily basis, solving at least one problem every working day of their lives. What has been learned about making research inquiries and using data from these inquiries? Before doing this assignment, I read through the Getting In, Getting On, Getting Out article. It's quite helpful for me to doing this assignment activity. I learned more about to be a researcher. To make a wonderful research, first, you need to getting in. You need to choose the range. Then, getting on, you need to make preparation first. Then, go to collection data. After data gathering, you need to make data analysis. At the end, getting out, you need to describe and explain evidence, finding, and make reflections. Thanks for your attention. Have a lovely day.